you again for coming to my studio. It's always great to hang out, talk about art, go over some techniques. Also, if you are getting a lot from these videos and you're able to do so, please go ahead and see the link I have down below and also in the description fields of my Patreon account. This would be your way to give back and to help this channel to continue to grow, thrive, and maybe even have more lessons per week. Right now we are committed to 1 lesson per week, but if I get enough people who are backing the channel, I can do 2, maybe 3 lessons a week. Now onto this really cool demonstration. The initial coat is very light and it's a yellowish flesh color. Remember, there is plenty of time to build up the color. Keeping the application of paint in thin layers will make erasing easier for reductive details. Make sure that you erase with subtlety. Harsh edges in the face are rarely attractive. The eraser that I use here and other materials are linked in the description field. You want to make sure that you reclaim any details lost in the initial layer of color. Now we are ready for the mid-tone of her face. I always test it out on a spare piece of paper close by. Paint in 3 dimensions, closer for harder edges, and further away for softer edges. Right here I am using some of Drew Blair's micro dots. They are a stencil for texture. We need to keep everything soft. There is plenty of time for hard edges later. We are looking for a unified image at this point. I could make this video only 6 to 8 minutes, but you would not learn as much, and that is what is most important to me. This is why the underpainting is so important. Now you're only worrying about color. not drawing or values. It's already been taken care of for you. I zoomed into her ear to show how we bring details back with the eraser. As I had stated earlier, make sure you keep the erasing and the edges soft at this stage. You can go over the lighter value with the darker value, but not the other way around at this point. Make sure you move around the image. Paint the ensemble. You may sacrifice some photorealism, but you are making a painting, not a photograph. Paint in the tradition of the old masters, learn from them, and then apply your findings to your own work. Now it's time to start applying the dark, the third value.
I've been searching in the dark, trusting every clue I found, but the truth has not been told, 'cause every corner of these woods is hollow. I can't see in the dark. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? 'Cause the river's told
I'm going to remind you again, paint in 3 dimensions. Closer for detail, further away for softer areas.
I can't trust it being real, so I keep on wondering until I feel you, feel that you're alive. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? 'Cause the rivers told me lies. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Oh, where are you?
Those of you who stuck through this much of the video, I'm proud of you. You're going to learn so much. Notice how the addition of the third value is making her portrait more three-dimensional. We have yet to apply the dark accents and the highlights. That comes later and is the payoff, but we must be patient. What good would it be to paint all the details before we can see how to relate to the whole picture? The Frisket film is going to create some beautiful hard edges to complement the softness of her portrait.
I got this picture in my closet. It's gathering dust right now, and the edges have been folded once or twice.
As with prior layers of color, re-establish details with the eraser, but stay subtle.
The sun has made it pale. I used to have it hanging on my wall some time ago. A picture of you. You're standing by that window, playing your guitar. And if I close my eyes, I can almost hear your song. A picture of you, a picture of you. And I remember every day that I spent with you, the look you had upon your face when I said goodbye. I don't know why I let you go, but I was young and dumb.
This surface has little to no texture, so erasing details is much easier than with a textured surface. It's an advantage, but sometimes a disadvantage.
Could talk to you for hours, and we stay up all night. And when morning came, we'd make breakfast in bed. I don't know why I threw away what we had. What's wrong with me? I don't know why I threw it all away.
As we are developing surface texture, we are in a perfect position to get more detailed and to add the dark accents and the highlights. Patience and thinking several moves ahead will be the strategy needed for a beautiful painting. Hope you enjoyed painting the portrait in Airbrush Part 2, Establishing Color. Next week we are going to go ahead and start the color in her blouse and some of the more details in the blouse, as well as refining some of the shapes, and maybe if we get a chance to do the hair, that might be for an episode past there. But go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't. It's really exciting. This is going to be a great free art lesson for you guys, how to paint the portrait. So I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. Have a great week, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.